You know, I've stayed in some of the best hotels in the country, in the United States. And you walk in and you say, oh, this is nice. I've stayed in a lot of these hotels on the tour, and when you look back a few years later, I can't remember the five-star hotels, which was which, but I remember these hotels because of the charm.
The hotels on this tour were great, always well kept, fabulous staff, always clean. Some were, you know, a little more modern, but then we'd stay in some local ones that had a lot of character.
They've been very unique. They haven't been same old same. You don't feel like you're stuck in an American hotel. You definitely feel like you're in a local hotel and with a very European flavor.
They've all been smaller hotels, which I like. It's not the cookie cutter, you know, American hotels transplanted to Europe. They've all felt very, very authentic to the regions and to the areas.
One thing is always the same, and that's that they're in some way unique.
They're going to be a little bit different than what people would experience in the U.S. Sometimes they're going to have stairs, sometimes they're going to have really small elevators.
I like that they're not super commercialized. They're really kind of intimate, so the staff is really friendly.
They give you a feeling of a private home, which is very, very nice.
The employees, they are working in the same hotel for many years. It's a bit like a family.
For the most part, they're always going to be central. We really place an emphasis on that, being well located, close to different sites, but also close to public transportation.
They are located in the heart of the area that you want to be in. Just like with real estate, location is the most important thing for a hotel, particularly when you're in a town for 2 days. You need to be where the action is and where you can get to the major sites conveniently and easily.
You could tell a lot of thought was put into them because a lot of times we were right near a bus station or a metro station, definitely next to a public transportation site, which becomes vital when you're traveling.
One of the reasons to stay in a city rather than the outskirts or rather than on a cruise ship, for example, is that you know, to be able to see the city after dark or early in the morning, to be able to get around easily is essential. So that is, I think, for me, one of the most important things. Having just a nice and comfortable place to come back to at the end of the day or during the middle of the day is really an essential thing. You need a good place to be able to rest up and to feel comfortable at night, and the hotels always provide that.